Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon.
Hey guys, it's Vanity Ezel back another Card Fight Vanguard Ezel and the Vanity weekly reviews. But if you enjoyed, don't like, subscribe, and donate to Patreon. Let's go start, shall we? In this one, we have, I'm pretty sure what's the end of the premium collection reveals. If not, then Bushi just had taken a small hiatus from revealing them, but I'm pretty sure we finally got through them all. And we got some more reveals for the festival collection, and probably some stuff sprinkled in tomorrow, because I'm recording this on Monday because I forgot to record it yesterday. So let's go ahead and get this started, shall we? First up, we have our Festival Collection reveal in Gravidia Malto, Grade 2 Intercept, 5k shield, 10k base, double rare for Gravidia, obviously, auto rear when it attacks anything, choose up to one meteorite from your hand, put it to order zone, and if you put this unit gets +5 for the battle. God, I love this, and this only makes me hate one thing about meteorites, is the fact that the one that's on place requires you to be placed from Vanguard's ability to get the full effect off, but God, that is so good. I think there was a meteorite card that was like on hit, get a meteorite from deck to hand, or maybe place it in the order zone. My problem with that is, one, it was a grade 3, and 2, was an on hit. This one, on attack, anything, get a free meteorite, and get +5 out of it for the battle. All around, it's an amazing grade 2, sets up for next turn, gets decent numbers, 4 of. Then we have Ambush Demon Stealth Rogue, Izushiotome. Grade 4, triple drive, 15k base. I really like the girl and demon outfit thing. It's really nice. Anyways, active Vanguard, once per turn, counterblast 1, put a normal unit from your drops on the bottom and turn a card you use on face up. God, triple cost, but that triple cost is so cool, and I like the fact they can flip too, so already it's in my book as a good card. So choose up to 2 of your rear guard, search your deck for 1 card with the same card name as each of them, call in a rear guard circle and shuffle your deck. Basically, Yasue. I'm pretty sure V Yasue got you 2 picks, and you get to call 2, so effectively you make 4 rear guards, which is really nice. And continues Vanguard, all your units can attack from the back row if there's another unit with the same name as it. So you play this in an Excel deck, and if you have everything on your board, at least everything in your background has another copy of it on the board, you can at the very least on first stride turn, where you only have 1 Excel gift, to get 7 attacks. Granted, triggers will shut this down, but 7 attacks without trigger fucking. I don't know why, but I can see a premonition of this deck becoming OP. 4 of, we don't need to talk about this. And we have Ambush Demon Stealth Rogue Aizen, Grade 4, 15k shield, G-Guard, autos put on guard circle, choose one of your rear guards until end of turn it gets auto rear. At the end of the battle, your opponent's unit attacked. If the attack did not hit, Soul Blast 1, you may return this unit to hand, and for each unit chosen with the same name as the chosen unit, gets +10k shield. So basically, say for example you picked the top 5 searcher for V, I forgot what it's called, I think it's called Ataka, and say you had 3 copies of Ataka on board and you gave one of them the skill, so then it gets an additional +20. Actually, wait, no, we'll get +30 because a total 3 units have that name. So, pretty good. Gets sealed really quickly. It literally does it for free, and not to mention, it can get you cards back to hand. So, worst case scenario, if you had to call a PG last turn for the sake of offense, at least you can bounce the PG to hand. So, Aizen all around is an amazing card, and I give it a 2 of, or maybe all your G guards can be this because its skill is straight up free for its own self. Then we have Inspired Eldest Son Cain, Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, act rear, put it to soul, choose one of your views with Adam and its card name, gets +5k for the turn. I forgot Adam was a fucking card until yesterday, where I saw a video of someone going to Bushy Springfest, and then I saw Adam in the video. I genuinely forgot he was a thing, so that tells you how much I care about him. I like this card though, free soul, +5, why not run it at 3 in an Adam deck? Then we have Adopted Son of Musashi Miyamoto, Miyamoto. I don't know why the last name Miyamoto sounds so familiar. I know someone I know has a very similar last name, but still. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 6k base, continues rear. This unit gets +2k for every 2 cards in your opponent bind zone, active on both players' turns. What was the new ride line we just got? The weird Kachiguro Sasuke, that's not his name, but Kajiro Sasaki. If I'm remotely right, I'll be damned, but okay, sure. Anyways, it's really good for that. It's, it continues +2k during both players' turns. That stacks up very quickly, especially if we get more cards that combine like that. So then this card would be amazing in the deck, 4 of. Starts off slow, but gets up really good. Then we have God of Justice Forseti. When you call something God of Justice, this is not the first thing that comes to mind. I expect buff-ass Zeus, not this. Grade 2, intercept, 5k shield, 10k base, auto rear when attack hits when this unit hits a Vanguard. If your Vanguard is a God, Soul Blast 2, draw a card. They had the audacity to give this thing the on-hit Soul Charge 2, Soul Blast 2 draw skill. No. Just no. I don't think there's a reason to run this. If you want to run around, I'd 1 of tech or 2 of, but no. Such a wasted name. Then we have Sealed Blaze Dragon Edam, Grade 2 intercept, 5k shield, 10k base, auto rear when attacks. If this unit gets +5k power for each armed card on your Vanguard until end of battle. So Holly Baydra, but better, because it's a 20. Well, first off, it can hit 20, and second off, Oh yeah, it just hits 20. But here's my thing. I don't know why. After I read this, I really thought we were gonna get like the chest plate or like, you know, central arms. And my theory is this: even if we don't get central arms, which we're going to get one eventually because they weirded Basvigal way too weird to do this, the next arms we're gonna get is going to be a restanding arm. I don't know why. I just think that's gonna happen. If I'm right, I predicted the future from like months in advance. But if I'm wrong, so be it. But I'm pretty sure I'm right. So 4 of this thing. Screw Halibadra. Amazing grade 2. Then we have Holy Seraph Zaphkiel, grade 4, triple drive, 15k base, active Vanguard once per turn, discard only 1. Okay. Choose up to 3 cards from your drop or circles other than Van, put them into your damage zone, and for each normal unit put by this effect until end of turn, your front row gets plus 10. So if you put 3, this is just plus 30. And then for each trigger unit, you get plus 1 drive, and then you heal card for each one put regardless. I want to let this be clear. She says cards. If I remember Link Joker lock wording correctly, that means she can unlock rear guards. Just saying, if Link Joker ever became prominent again in Premium, if they're not already prominent in Premium, if they ever became prominent again in Premium, Angels has the hard counter to it. So 4 of in an Angel deck. Because it's just a hard counter and it's a really nice triple drive / plus fucking 10k gear. There's no reason not to run out of 4. I hate her because she doesn't G-flip, but I don't care. That's one of the one times I will back down on that moral. Anyways, then we have Mobile Hospital Firmament Glanz. Grade 4, 15k shield, G-guard, autos put on guard circle, counter blast 3, soul blast 1. Choose a card from your damage zone, call it to guard circle. Okay, pluses and minuses to this. 1, you get a call from damage zone, which means you can just get one of your counterblast back, so technically it's only counterblast 2 and soul blast of 1, and it's a way to get guardians and technically a free heal, kind of ish, not really. Downsides involves you having 3 counterblast to pay in the first place and soul, which isn't necessarily a problem. It's just the fact whenever I play Angels, I somehow run into a soul problem, which I think is just my fault for being dumb. But so Glanz, not really sure how to feel about him. I give him a 1 of because I really like Surreal a lot more than him, but a 1 of seems fine because he can be useful. Then we have Flower Princess of Compassion, Ladislava. This terrifying thing is almost the same as same level of terrifying that I thought it was going to be, but different way. Grade 4, triple drive, 15k base, active Vanguard once per turn, discard 1, choose 2 of your rear guards, switch your deck for 2 cards with the same grade as that unit, put 1 to hand, call the other to rear, and shuffle your deck. Now, here's why I say that's terrifying. That's a PG searcher. It doesn't say same name. It just says same grade. Which means you can just pick a grade 1 on your board and get 2 PGs. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Fuck it. For the cost of a discard, that's totally fair. And, I mean, technically, yes, one of them will hit the board. Oh, no, it says up to 1. So, oh, wait, no, sorry, yeah, never mind. So, one of them's going to board, the other one's going to hand. But still, that's something to get. And it doesn't have to be the same unit you pick. You can just pick 2 different units and get the PG to hand. So, yeah, really good card. And then Auto Van, when it attacks, counterblast 1, hit the number of your rear guards with the same card name as each other as 2 or more, choose a 2 from among them, and stand them. So, multi-attack. It is like Valhamina, except gets you a free search. No reason not to run this. I really wish she G-flipped, but once more like the Angel Feather, it doesn't matter because it's a good card anyways. 4 of, or 2 of, maybe, just because it doesn't G-flip, but still. Then we have Flower Princess of Dedication, Robertina, grade 4, 15k shield, G-guard, autos put on guard circle, choose 2 normies with the same name from each other from drop zone or rear guard, put them to bottom, and if you put 2, you countercharge 1, and to end the battle, this unit gets plus 15k shield. If you only choose 1, you must still send it to bottom. So, you still get something back in deck, so you don't deck yourself out. If you sent 2, you get a free counter charge and 15k shield while also sending more stuff back. And you don't have to screw over your field. You can just send a drop to recycle for field. Amazing card. Good G-guard. 2 over 3 of. Then we have Impaled Punishment, Boris, Tepes, Dracula. I don't know why I was about to say Dracula. Grade 2, intercept 5k shield, 10k base. Auto and is bound from rear by the ability of your Vanguard How and its card name. Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guard to murder it. Okay. If I remember correctly, How can kill 2 rear guards when you do the bind. Otherwise, it might not kill any rear guards, but nice that Dracula can bind. I mean, not bind. Nice that Dracula can just kill a rear guard just for an additional soul blast. So it's nice. So I give it a 3 of in a How deck. Then we have Faithful Servant Blamuro, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Continues rear during the battle that it boosted Impaled Punishment, Boris, Tepes, Dracula. Dracula. I cannot get my mind off Dracula. This unit gets plus 10k for the battle. So 18k booster, so you got a 28k column. Here's my thing. If you run this, you have to run this. And to be fair with you, this is used as the second Dracula leaves the field. So take that as you will. I give it a 2 of if you choose to run it, but otherwise don't run it. Then we have Investigator of the Great Valley, CK Zakatto. Grade 2, intercept 5k, show 10k base. I don't know why when I look at this, despite the fact I see the wolf, I think of Tarzan. A continuous middle, back row, rear guard circle. This unit can intercept from back row, and auto when it intercepts from back row gets plus 10k shield for the battle. Here's my thing. If this came out before Elder, I would run this in Magnolia. But it didn't. Because Elder, I've built a deck to only be aggressive. Fuck defense. But you know what? Here's the benefits to this. It doesn't need Magnolia. It can work in any of them. In fact, now I realize it doesn't have Sylvan Horn Beast in its name, so I wouldn't run it in Magnolia anyways. But, you know, you can work it into Flagberg for those defense, because Flagberg doesn't really need a booster. Himself doesn't need a booster, that is. Zorga, I never... Well, okay, now I use the middle column, but before I never used the middle column. So, you know, Zakatto is like a nice card. I'm not going to run it, because none of my decks need it. But if you want to run it, run it at 2 up or 3 up, because it's a nice defensive card. Then we have Diabolos, Madonna, Migan. Grade 2, intercept 5k shield, 10k base. Auto rear when it attacks. If you're on final rush, gets plus 10 for the turn. That on-hit Soul Charge 2 card and someone gets plus 10 suddenly doesn't seem that good in comparison to Migan. I'm not so sure who to pick now. Migan, plus 20 during that turn. The on-hit Soul Charge 2, it's a Soul Charger, so... And I already run it at 2. I'm not taking them both down to 1, so... I might get rid of Eden for this, because I don't use Eden anymore. Migan, you might have found your replacement after all. 4 of, if you choose to run it, or 3 of. Then we have Tetragrace Sorceress. Grade 2, intercept 5k shield, 10k base. Auto rear when its attack hits. If this unit was boosted by something, counter boss 1, still boss 1, draw a card. Upsides, doesn't have to hit the Vanguard. Downsides, why did they give this to why did they give this to Hexa Orb? This is obviously Hexa Orb support. I don't know why the fuck they did. I guess you could technically say this is Bastion support, but let's be fair, Bastion doesn't fucking need this. We have Alden. Alden's fucking much better. Don't run this unless you really need to, because maybe you don't have better cards, but even then, I'd argue some Trial deck cards are better than this, so 2 if you choose to run it. Then we have Knight of Heavenly Serenity, Hisukoto. I feel like this should have been our triple rare for Bastion, but whatever. Grade 3 Grade 3 Twin Drive Persona Ride, 13k base. Amazing ass art. I love the horse. I love like the glowing armor. I love this little thing. I wish this was a main grade 3. If Bushy was not so focused on making freaking like only have 1 grade 3 per different ride line, this would be a main grade 3. I wish Bushy made this a main grade 3. Anyways, continuous rear guard. If your drive tracker build a grade 3 during this turn, it gets plus 5. Okay, easy 18. Unfortunately, it's not per grade 3, so pluses and minuses to it. And auto, when retired from rear guard during your opponent's turn by any means, Soul Boss 1, choose a grade 3 from your drop zone that isn't this, add it to your hand. So, you know, that's good. It's a way to get free Persona rides. If they ever made us a grade 3 that had a PG skill, that would be really nice. And in premium, that can be abused by the abilities of netting back heal guardians. So all around nice supporting grade 3. I like it. I'd give it a 4 of or 3 of in a Bastion deck. Then we have Blue Soaring Dragon, Shelling Cannon Dragon. I really wish all the good Flagberg cards we get weren't grade 3s, but okay. Grade 3 Triple Drive, Grade 3 Twin Drive Persona Ride, 13k base. Auto center back or rear at the start of your battle phase if your Vanguard is a Flagberg. And your opponent's Vanguards are grade 3 or greater, counter boss 1 until end of turn. This unit gets plus 10k and can attack from back row. And continue to center back or rear guard circle. When you would move this unit, you may move it horizontally. Okay, so only when it's there, which means you can't undo what you do. But it's nice that he can just, you know, move in any frickin' direction that he wants to. But here's the benefit. So downside is we can't use this 10k interceptor, and 50k interceptor. But upside is we now have an easier way to get 5 attacks. And now we have a way to hit 6 attacks. And have an attack after Flagberg, because he doesn't have to swing for the first battle. And he's a 23, so he gets Persona Ride buffs. All around, amazing grade 3. You want to run to this F4, or you want to run it at 3. One of the two, nothing less. Then we have Aurora Battle Princess Launcher Charlene, grade 3 Persona Ride, 13k base. Continues rear guard during a battle. This unit attacked when your opponent cannot call normal units from hand to guard circle, and cannot play blitz orders. Finally, we have one of the card that can do this. I was waiting for something like this. And it continues rear if you have 5 or less cards of your opponent's cards in prison in your prison, this unit cannot attack. Okay, downside is if you have not been playing prison right, then this isn't swinging and you have no way to stop their guards. But if you are playing prison right and your opponent's not denying you prison, then you effectively have ways to restrict everything that isn't a trigger. Unfortunately, it's only when this unit attacks. But if we have a way to stand rear guards, this deck's going to be broken, and this is going to be a 4 of option. But in my opinion, I don't really like her. Like, yeah, guard restrict is fine, but I've never really needed that guard restrict. If you want to run it, you run it at 2, 3 maybe, but I wouldn't run this just because it's me. Then we have a World Battle Princess Barrage Lutra, grade 2 intercept 5k shield, 10k base, auto rear when your opponent's unit is retired from rear guard or guard circle during a battle where this unit attacked, the retired unit is put into your prison. Okay, that's a 4 of, and I'm not even going to question it. No counter blast required, no soul blast required, no discard required, no specific name required, just straight up binds the unit, or not binds it, but like puts it in prison. Good card, 4 of. No reason not to run it.
And now we move on to our final reveals for this week. So first up we have Sealed Blaze Dragon Shoshina. Grade 2 intercept 5k shield, 10k base. Triple rare for Vanguard. Looks amazing. The Holy Dragon is hell. I love the wings on the face, by the way. Auto is placed on rear. Perform on the following according to the arms on your van. If you have right DD arms, it is plus 10 for the turn. And left DD arms, counter +1, choose a grade 1 or less from your drop zone, call to rear. Good news is it activates both, which is amazing because that means the turn you place it, if you have both arms, this becomes a 20k base for the turn, and you get another grade 1, which means you can make a column, and you already got a grade 1 from Vanguard. Like, we got a really good grade 1 for Vanguard, we got a decent grade 2 for Vanguard, and then we have this thing for Vanguard. We may have not gotten a new arms, and I'm still expecting it because of the way they worded it, but we've gotten a lot of good cards. We have gotten so many good cards for Vanguard, and I love every single one of them, and this is a 4 of. This is straight up a 4 of. I will find some way to make this a 4 of in my deck, because I love this card. And surprisingly, we also got the triple rare for Yu's deck, Nirvana, with it. So Blaze Maiden Amelia. Here's my thing, before I read the skill, I saw what her skill did earlier, and before we knew what her skill was, I was like, I'm going to want to run her, aren't I? But there's not going to be a way for me to run her because of space. Lo and behold, I was right. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Beautiful ass art. Active rear guard. If you have a Vanguard of Nirvana in its card name and your opponent's Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater, counter +1, put this to soul, choose up to 1 unit card with Nirvana in its card name from your hand, ride it as stand, and if you rode, you cannot ride by card effects for the turn. So granted, it is a once per turn. But here's the good news about this. Say you went second. And this is going to be one of the few times I go in competitive mode. If, from my knowledge, grade 4s are broken, or like BS in like competitive, and you want to always get to grade 4 first if you have a grade 4 deck. But say, for example, you're fighting against a grade 4 deck, and they went first, and they're going to hit grade 4 first. Well, Amelia says, screw that rule. The turn you ride Nirvana, the regular one, you can ride the grade 4. Or you can just get a free Persona ride, one of the two. So, here's my reason why I'm not going to run her. I don't have the space to do that. I really want to run her. I love her art. I love her skill. Counter Blast 1, okay, that's kind of annoying, but guess what? She goes to Soul. One of my major problems with Nirvana is Soul. She literally fixes that. She just deals with another problem, so I will find some way to put this in my deck. I do not care who I have to cut. I will look at every card I don't use anymore, and I will cut it. I will cut the PG this time if I have to. I said I'd do it before, and I did. And I will do it again if I have to, because I really want to use her. So, 3 of, or 2 of. Because once you hit the grade 4, she is not that useful. But I will give her a 2 of, because she is good. And now I have to go find a way to get rid of the PG. And now, as for the last thing for this week, and you know I normally don't do this, but I at least want to show the key visual because I think it's fucking baller. Will+Dress key visual. Look at this. We have all of our characters. We have Toya, Tomadori going serious mode, Megumi, Mere, random people. I swear, Zatsuku, who looks kind of like he doesn't care anymore. And then we have random guy who might be the villain. And then we have Yu. Look at this. Look at this. This version of Yu definitely uses this card, and I'm so disappointed that I won't get to use it. I love his new outfit. I love the just blue divine heaven light. I love everything about this. Normally I don't like the will+Dress anime, especially because I didn't particularly like season 2. I thought season 2 was definitely better than season 1, but it still wasn't my favorite. Really hoping season 3 here brings it home. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Are you excited for will+Dress? How do you like the reveals? Are you depressed like me because you cannot run Amelia without sacking a PG, which I will still do just to run Amelia? All of these questions will be answered in the next one, or in the comments, I hoped. So if you guys enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the Patreon, join Discord, follow Twitch, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to stand up, your Vanguards.